Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com here with you, bringing you another great week of New Hampshire-based music. All kinds of stuff for you this week. As we do every week, we like to kind of run the gamut of genres here, and we're going to open up with a project that we have featured on the show quite a few times. They're probably in our top 5 as far as featured artists in terms of how often we have shared new music from them, because they are so prolific and have put out so much material over the past few years. So to some of you this will be familiar, but the name of the artist is Slugweed, and they've got something brand new. This is called You Are Done by Slugweed, to open up this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. That is the ever menacing Slugweed with You Are Done. Next up, we're going to shift gears. This is Nick Broback, and this track is called Sun Trail. That is Nick Broback with Sun Trail. Let's keep it going. Next up on this week's Local Outbreak, this is a project called They Are Quitting a Body of Water. That's a long name for a band. They Are Quitting a Body of Water, and the track is called The World Spins. You're tuned in to Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet and IPM Nation. Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com here with you, bringing you some more great New Hampshire-based music. Up next, this is a project called A Box of Stars, and the track is In Telos. I'm not sure what that means, but In Telos by A Box of Stars, next on Local Outbreak.
I'm with you in Telos, trailing your side, seeking out all your angles for some possible light. You were the first I had lied to, a blocked off red room, the teeth marks on your shoulder, the trees in the side yard blushing with fruit.
That's In Telos, or maybe it's Talos, by A Box of Stars. Next up on this week's Local Outbreak, this is singer-songwriter Heather Pearson. I think we have featured her on the program before, but she's got some new music. This is called Wondering What to Give by Heather Pearson. Next on Local Outbreak.
Looking inside my heart and wondering what to give to a world that is is hurting and yearning to live. Looking inside my heart and wondering what to give to a world that is hurting and yearning to live. Just like me, the world is hurting, and just like me, the world is yearning to live. Just like me, the world is hurting, and just like me, the world is yearning to live. Keep on looking, keep on wondering, keep on caring, keep on. Keep on looking, keep on wondering, keep on caring, keep on. Looking inside my heart and wondering what to give to a world that is hurting and yearning to live. Looking inside my heart and wondering what to give to a world that is hurting and yearning to live. Just like me, looking inside my heart is hurting what to give, and just like me, that is hurting is yearning to live. Just like me, inside my heart is wondering what to give, and just like me, that is hurting is yearning to live. Just like me, inside my heart is wondering what to give, and just like me, that is hurting is yearning to live. Just like me, inside my heart is wondering what to give, and just like me, that is hurting is yearning to live. Just like me, inside my heart is wondering what to give, and just like me, that is hurting is yearning to live. Just like me, inside my heart is wondering what to give, and just like me, that is hurting is yearning to live. Just like me, inside my heart is wondering what to give, and just like me, that is hurting is yearning to live. Just like me, inside my heart is wondering what to give, and just like me, that is hurting is yearning to live.
That is Heather Pearson with Wondering What to Give. Next on Local Outbreak, sometimes I'll have a favorite new track of the week, and I think this is my favorite of this week's show. This is a project called Stormstress, and the song is called Fall With You. This is Fall With You by Stormstress. Again, I think this is probably my favorite new song of this week's Local Outbreak.
There's something about the way you look at me. There's something about the way we laugh. I tell myself, girl, you've been there before, but I can't shake this feeling I have. You reach out your hand, calling out from the other side, and I get closer every second to crossing that line.
This is Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet and IPM Nation. Matt Connerton here, and we are back bringing you more New Hampshire-based music. Up next, this is singer-songwriter Peter Lequer, or Lequer, if I'm saying his name correctly, Lequerre, Peter Lequer. And the track is called She Named Her Cat Tom. And I love cats, so this one got my attention. She Named Her Cat Tom by Peter Lequer, next on this week's Local Outbreak.
Well, she named her cat Tom Petty. It was the least that she could do for the mangy Tom that she found on the streets of North Seattle. As a house guest he was fine for a while anyway, till he started to get restless in the apartment all day. So he broke out on a Thursday through the window, I suppose. She left it open in the morning for the breeze. Tom Petty's on the run, a refugee from an American girl. She's got his poster up on the telephone poles, but I don't think he's coming home. She's feeling so low now, breakdown. She feels like a loser, even the loser. It's just an old tomcat. I need to know, why does he treat me like that? Don't do me like that. Tom Petty's on the run, a refugee from an American girl. She's got his posters up on the telephone poles, but I don't think he's coming home. So Danny came to visit with a smile and a joint, and they smoked it by the window in the sun. She told him about a vision that she had the night before, when her long day of searching was done. She said, I saw that cat alive among the wildflowers, and it comforts her to know that he's free. Tom Petty's on the run, a refugee from an American girl. She's got his poster up on the telephone poles, but I don't think he's coming home.
That's Peter Lequer with She Named Her Cat Tom. And before that, we heard Stormstress, a track called Fall With You. Next up, this is Party of the Sun, and the song is called Come to Stay.
You see, not hard to part
as a child. Watched you going out ways. Are you ever gonna come stay? Are you ever gonna come stay? Sky out of your reach when you were living as a wild one. Watched you going past the grave. Are you ever gonna come stay? Are you ever gonna come stay? Often our familiar grace takes away the clarity. I suffered long enough, he said, counting on his bravery. Staring in the water sharp enough, he saw his stranger ripple out from under where his eyes were met with anger. Crying, this is not my land. This is not my land. Crying, this is not my land. This is not my land. Are you ever gonna come stay? Are you ever gonna come stay?
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. We have time for one more track, but before we finish up this week's show, I do want to remind you, of course, if you go to ipmnation.com/local outbreak, you can get access to the full archive of the show, all 12 years and change. All the episodes are there for you. You can stream them, you can download them. Doesn't cost a thing. ipmnation.com/local outbreak. Also, all the social media links for the show are there if you want to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We do archive all the shows, all the newer shows on YouTube, by the way. We have been adding them to the Local Outbreak playlist on the IPM Nation YouTube channel. And the ultimate goal is to get the entire the entire catalog of episodes up and available on YouTube, since that is one of the ways that people consume their content these days. So we will have all the episodes up eventually. It's going to take a little bit of time, you know. We have 12 years worth and change worth of shows to put up. So, but all of those links are there, and of course, how to get in touch with us if you'd like to submit an MP3 or an interview request, or you want to book, maybe you have a suggestion for the show, somebody you'd like us to book, etc. You can directly email us too if you'd like, submissions@ipmnation.com. submissions@ipmnation.com if you want to reach out directly. And as always, thank you so much to 100.1 The Planet for continuing to support local music all of this time. We appreciate that continued wonderful association. And, there aren't that many FM stations that really make that effort to support local music in their area. So we're very thankful for that and have been from the very beginning. Absolutely. Also, too, if you want to learn more about my other broadcasting and podcasting adventures, not just Local Outbreak, but the other shows that I participate in, you can go to my website, mattconnerton.com. Also, I am a certified hypnotherapist, so I can help you there, too. mattconnerton.com, and I will spell Connerton for you, because people struggle with it. CONNARTON. So Matt with 2 T's, Connerton.com. And I'd love for you to check out that site and reach out to me there. And we're going to end with something heavy. You've been warned. To close out this week's Local Outbreak, this is Magnetar. You can tell just from the name it's something big and heavy. Magnetar is the name of the band, and the track is called Dragged Across the Surface of the Sun. To close out, we're going to end on something epic. To close out this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet.